the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The IVRL Pinkett Ford Cup Series fires things off for the first road course this season. That's right, drivers will be turning left and right tonight around the 3.3 mile track right here, Circuit of the Americas. COTA on tap tonight, 34 laps. Who's going to get the job done? Stage 1 will come to an end at lap number 8. Stage 2 coming to a close at lap 16. So look for drivers to try to snatch a few playoff points. Look to see if we can have another first-time winner, or if we get our repeat winner. Once again, last week we watched Jaden Gimbel go back to victory lane for the second time with his win at Atlanta Motor Speedway. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls, your track information up on screen. We'll get to some qualifying times here in just a moment. A long way around the track for these drivers to get up to speed and get ready to put down their fast times here tonight in qualifying. Multiple spots on the track for drivers to make up time Also, a lot of spots for drivers to give up time here tonight. You can see those sausage curbs, those big yellow curbs implemented, trying to keep the drivers on the rumble strips and no further. We'll see if that throws a few of these individuals for a little bit of a loop in this new Generation Cup car here at COTA. Got to be quite interesting to see who's able to get the power down off of the corners, get good runs through the center of some of these tricky right-hand corners that we've got. We've got that double, almost quadruple right-hander there coming towards the end of the course here at Circuit of Americas in Austin, Texas. They do it big in Texas, and we're going to do it big tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Multiple drivers out there on track. You can see the 45 of Adam Wood go squealing by the start and finish line. He'll begin his first time lap. We'll go ahead and throw that timing tower up to the left-hand side of your screen. You can follow along just like we do. Nobody with a time lap yet. 10-minute qualifying session here tonight for these drivers trying to lay down a quick time. You can see more drivers all over the track putting in time laps. They're all on the gas, all trying to get what they can get here tonight. There you can see Brian Hinshaw and his 27 machine shoot up the hill to turn number 1. Nice smooth entry. Didn't look like he overcooked that one. Spencer Boyd in the field here tonight. The 21 machine out on his outlap. Tell you what, why don't we go take a look at Spencer as he gets his way around the track here tonight. A little deep into that corner entry. We'll jump around the track to a handful of different drivers out putting in their qualifying times. Nobody laying down that fast time just yet, and we are right at about the halfway point already. 5 minutes into this 10-minute qualifying session. Nobody with a time lap just yet. So gotta be on it and gotta keep it on the pavement. An off-track excursion can eliminate your time. So you got to be careful if you're going to want to get both time laps in. Let's take a look now with Jason Harrison. There you can see that 44 Pure Ink machine making his way around the corner. Lots of drivers here tonight. Field upwards of 25 drivers trying to lay down some fast times, trying to put their name in the history books and walk away with a race win on the first road course here in season number 2 for the Pinkett Ford Cup Series, brought to you by the International Virtual Racing League. Let's see, we've got some drivers with a time lap in. What do you say? We go ahead and put it up on the left-hand side of your screen. Patrick Gaspar, quick time in qualifying. 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Whew, that is a lap. A very long track around this, I believe it is a 23-turn track, all dependent on how you really count that S section, a very long S section, 6, 7, 8, all right back and forth. The chicanes, the S's, whichever one you like to call them, look for that to be a trouble spot with those yellow sausage curbs. Look for drivers to possibly have some issues, get the left or the right side of the car in the air, depending on which one they hit, and that could spell some trouble for multiple drivers if they're not careful. 7 drivers now on the speed charts. Spencer Boyd, Tyler Gentry, Randy Henshaw, Chad Hitchcock, Charles Urich, Jaden Gibble, Tommy Schaefer, Jim Ott, and Donald Bennett all out on track, all trying to put down their first time lap. Multiple drivers still down there on pit road. Ryan Henshaw, Nicholas Pressey, John Freeman, Cody McKinney, Joey McKinney, all in pit road. Yet to put in a qualifying attempt, yet to get out there and get up to speed just yet. 9 drivers on the speed charts with Patrick Gaspar still showing the way. And that was an interesting one right there. You see the 12 of Randy Henshaw making his way through some of these chicanes. Patrick Gaspar still sitting top of the speed charts in his 86 Chevy ZL1 Camaro. Fast time, 2 minute 15 second. Over 3 seconds in front of Nick Cannon and that 60 machine. Tyler Brown right there in third. Now Jaden Gimbel goes second on the speed charts with a 2:18.25. And Gaspar, known to be one of those road course kings, looks like he looks to sit on the throne here tonight from the Circuit of Americas. Look for him to go back to victory lane. Very fast times. Gotta wonder if Gaspar is going to be able to keep that pace up when it comes to race trim. Matthew Baker knocks on the door of a top 5 qualifying effort. Right there in the 26 machine, sitting in that 6th position. And for all intents and purposes, with just about 2 minutes remaining here in qualifying, we have only got Randy Henshaw and Matthew Montgomery in the 6 machine out there on the track looking for a qualifying time. I'm not quite sure Henshaw's going to be able to get in by the time ticks off the stopwatch. Matthew Montgomery, he's in some big trouble on the backstretch, or the back portion of the track, I should say. And Henshaw, he's coming into the mix. He's going to put down a time lap. It's going to have to be a very, very quick one. He's got one shot to take the pole. Will he be able to do it here tonight from Texas? And Henshaw just now up to speed, so he is not going to get to turn in a time lap here in qualifying. That's going to be all she wrote. And with just 60 seconds remaining on the stopwatch here in qualifying, nobody's going to be able to take him out from the top. The 86 of Patrick Gaspar walks away with the pole position here tonight from Circuit of the Americas, race number 6 in Season 2 for the Pinkett Ford Cup Series. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We're going to stop for a brief commercial break, then head trackside for the national anthem. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the racket's red glare that both past taken out gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does
we head back trackside as drivers begin to make their way off of the starting grid. You can hear those familiar bells begin to ring in the background. You know the sounds. You know it's time to run down tonight's starting lineup here at Circuit of the Americas, starting inside row number 1, the 86 of Patrick Gaspar. Just to his outside in row number 1, the 81 of Jaden Gimbel. Nick Cannon, Tyler Brown back in row 2. Row number 3 here tonight, the 45 of Adam Wood and the 26 of Matthew Baker. Chris Whitaker and Charles Van Schneck right there in row number 4. Row number 5 here tonight, the 5 of Mark Snyder, followed by the 44 of Jason Ayerson. Glenn Grimm and Ryan Farrell back in row 6. Tonight in row number 7 in the starting grid, Charles Urich and Tommy Schaefer. The 4 of Jim Ott and Nicholas Brissy will start back in row number 8. Row number 9 here tonight, Cody McKinney and Matthew Montgomery. Tyler Gentry, Ryan Henshaw round out your top 20. John Freeman and Joey McKinney back in row 11. Row 12 here tonight, Spencer Boyd, Randy Henshaw, Donald Bennett, and Chad Hitchcock round out the field as drivers make their way around the final corner. We're going to get set to fire things off here tonight from COTA. The music will fade and we will get things going for the first time here tonight, and green flag flies in the first road course race here this season. Ooh, inside move there. Patrick Gaspar has to be careful leaving that inside door open. Nick Cannon looked to the inside, not going to get it just yet. Close racing at the front of this field. Tyler Brown, Matthew Baker side by side with each other. Looks like Donald Bennett may have had a little bit of trouble. Chad Hitchcock, Spencer Boyd, all with a little bit of off-track excursion there in turn number 1 already here tonight. Field all over each other, mixing things up. We'll go ahead and drop the timing tower to the left-hand side of your screen. Let you follow along just like we do here tonight. And it looks like Cody McKinney and Joey McKinney both out of tonight's race. Unable to make the field here tonight. They head on up to the admin booth, the race control booth. They'll pull some duties here. No, in the 5 machine. Oh my gosh, did you see the 5? Back in the background, my goodness. I believe that was Ryan Henshaw. Oh my gosh. What a lick by Henshaw. We'll go back, take a look here real quick from inside the cockpit of that 5 machine. And back across the track, and oh yeah, that was pretty close. We'll jump back up near the front of this field. Patrick Gaspar begins to walk away. Jaden Gimbel right there in second. He's got Nick Cannon all over him. Short little distance back to Tyler Brown. Matthew Baker in the 5th position. Ryan Farrell back in 6th. We are still working lap number 1. Multiple drivers with some troubles here tonight. More drivers at the front of the field, feeling slick, feeling fast around this 3.5-mile road course here in Austin, Texas. Nobody has anything for the fast man at the front. Patrick Gaspar begins to gap the field. We'll jump around the track just a little bit and bring you some of the hot action out there. Riding with Tyler Brown, back to Adam Wood, side by side with John Freeman. Jim Ott in the Auto Owners Insurance machine just in front of the Monster Energy number 45. John Freeman back in the 42, running in 16th. Matthew Montgomery running in 17th. Randy Henshaw, Spencer Boyd, and Jason Ayerson round out your top 20. Oh my gosh, and what happened to Gaspar at the front? Gaspar has some trouble, and Gaspar goes around. Oh my goodness, we're seeing if we got that one queued up, and it looks like we do. Let's take a look to see what happened with your former race leader, your pole sitter here tonight, Patrick Gaspar, with trouble after crossing the line and leading the first lap. He's going to have some trouble into turn number 1. Look at those brake rotors glow. That's it. Locks him up. Gets a little bit too much rotation. The 60 goes around the 81 on the outside. Whoa, a little bit of a moment there between Gaspar and Gimbel. We'll jump back up front live with the action side by side. The 42 looks to get by Jim Ott on the outside after the 88 of Christopher Whitaker already went by. A little bit of off-track road right there. And Jim Ott struggling. He's going to get freight train. 2 more cars make their way by. Make that a third, because here comes that 21 of Spencer Boyd. He looks to take a position from Ott as well, who's struggling here on the road course at COTA. And a lot of action here at the road course very early here tonight. Lap number 2 already on the board. We will see stage 1 come to an end on lap number 8. Going to allow these drivers to hit the reset button, if you will. Close right there between Boyd and Montgomery. The A-Shock number 6 of Matthew Montgomery getting the job done here. Look inside of that 6 machine, looking at the tail end of the 21. Spencer Boyd gets a good run off of the corner. Will make the left-hand turn. Try to distance himself just a little bit. We'll head a little further back up through the field. The double O of Tyler Brown starting to lose ground, starting to lose touch with Jaden Gimbel. Gimbel with that big spin here in turn number 1. That uphill can be deceiving. You think the car's going to slow down a little bit more than what it will naturally because of the hill. But unfortunately, that is just not the way it goes. No more trouble now. More drivers having some issues. Donald Bennett, Randy Henshaw, Matthew Montgomery, Randy Henshaw, all having trouble. Tommy Schaefer also with some issues. Oh boy, there are drivers all over each other, all over this field. Roasted Jim's coffee number 12. A little bit of front end damage. Following behind the 21 of Spencer Boyd. Boyd running in that 14th position. Looks like the 25 machine has some trouble. Ryan Henshaw, Donald Bennett caught up and involved in another on-track incident. Drivers missing some of those chicanes. They're going to have to slow down and give up a lot of time after making a mistake. And back to the front, new race leader, Nick Cannon, since the mistake by Gaspar Cannon has set fire to the track and has walked away from this field. Patrick Gaspar, though, big move to the inside. Or I apologize. No, that was not Patrick Gaspar. That looked to be, I believe, a lap machine. Oh, no. Gaspar with trouble. Ryan Farrell going to take the second spot. Oh, my goodness. There is some crazy racing action out there on the track here tonight. Drivers having issues left and right. Jim Ott struggling back through the field. Ott sits in the 17th position. Donald Bennett with trouble again here at COTA very early. So if you're going to have trouble getting used to the track, if you're going to have some issues, now is when you want it to happen. You want to go ahead and get yourself acclimated as early as possible. That way you can keep stage number 2 in that final run to the end here tonight. Just over halfway in tonight's scheduled distance is that final stage. So you got a long run at the end. You got to be comfortable by then, and you got to have yourself in a position at the end of stage number 2 if you're going to want to do anything here in the final run to the end, in the final run to the checkered flag. We are halfway through stage number 1 already here tonight at the Circuit of Americas for the International Virtual Racing League's Pinkett Ford Cup Series. PinkettFord.org, providing hope and empowerment by enriching the lives of all those affected by breast cancer. Multiple families involved and know the struggle that comes with dealing with the horrible disease that is breast cancer. If you really sit and you think about it, each and every one of us out here listening, watching, and racing here tonight, know somebody somewhere along the way that has been affected by breast cancer. It's hit my family personally with my mother-in-law, and fortunate enough to beat that battle, as well as some of the founding members here in pinkitforward.org. It's family-oriented, family-owned, operated, and originated. If you're looking for some great information, some great resources, head on down in the description, click the link, and head on over to pinkitforward.org. Riding on board once again with your race leader, Ryan Farrell at the front. Nick Cannon not very far off of him. Cannon sitting just about 3/10 behind. There you see Patrick Gaspar recovering after more problems here tonight. Chad Hitchcock, Chris Whitaker, and Jim Ott have trouble this time around as well. We're going to have that as a common theme. Multiple drivers with multiple issues here tonight. Ott with a big time moment. He's going to fall back to 18th now. Some big movers in tonight's race already in this first stage. Ryan Farrell up 11 positions. John Freeman up 11 positions as well. And Spencer Boyd up to the 11th spot after starting outside of your top 20. The 21 machine of Spencer Boyd looking fast and heading to the front, slicing his way up through the field. The 21 Z01 Camaro, piloted by Spencer Boyd, now knocking on the door of the top 10. He sits in 11th. Lap number 5 underway. Ryan Farrell continues to lead the field. Jaden Gimbel, the 81 machine, started second here tonight. He's fallen back to the 4th position. There you can see him trying to run back down the 60 of Nick Cannon. Cannon has given up second to Patrick Gaspar. So Gaspar, multiple problems here tonight, but continues to claw his way back to the front. Gaspar now back to second. Close little battle around that 8th and 9th position between the 76 of Charles Urich and the 42 of John Freeman. Tell you what, race fans, why don't we go ahead and give you a little bit more to work with. We'll jump out there with the track map to let you follow along. There you can see drivers indicated by their car numbers. You can get an idea of just where these drivers are around this track, what quarters they're heading into, and what section of this track they are on here tonight. Only local yellow, so when there's a problem, we stay green flag racing until the full course caution to end both stages here tonight from the Circuit of the Americas in the Pinkett Ford Cup Series. The Fallout 76 of Charles Urich starting to try to close in on John Freeman. He's got the 45 of Adam Wood just behind him. Let's not forget about this battle right here at the front. We've got 3 drivers in relative close positioning to each other. Nick Cannon, Jaden Gimbel, and Tommy Schaefer all running within about 1 second of each other right here. Then you can see Cannon going back into turn number 1. There's the 81. He's going to follow suit. A little bit of a lockup there out of Nick Cannon, that 60 machine. Tommy Schaefer looking smooth through turn 1. Meanwhile, back at the front of this field, Ryan Farrell continues to lead Patrick Gaspar. Nick Cannon back in 3rd. Jaden Gimbel on screen sitting in that 4th position. Tommy Schaefer, hot on his trail, sits in the final spot in the top 5. Tyler Brown, Nicholas Pressey, John Freeman, Charles Urich, and Adam Wood round out your top 10 here tonight. Multiple drivers already out of this race here tonight. Looks like Mark Snyder and Ryan Henshaw already behind pit wall and back in the garage. The 5 machine and the 27 both gonna have early nights here tonight from Austin, Texas. three-way battle into one of the hairpins. My goodness, Nick Cannon, how did he keep the position? The 29 of Tommy Schaefer closed in very quick. 81 of Jaden Gimbel still the meat in the sandwich right now, running in that fourth position. Gonna try to jump around the track just a little bit more. Let's go back here with this battle. The Monster Energy number 45 of Adam Wood. Whoa, there's Urich. He was starting to close in on Charles Urich, and as Urich hits the gas, he'll lose a little bit of traction, lose a lot of track time, and Urich gonna fall to 10th with a big moment. Spencer Boyd closes right in, and Boyd's gonna look to bounce as Donald Bennett has another issue, another problem here tonight for that 31 machine. Bennett struggling here at COTA. Gonna jump around to all the big battles, close battles, drivers with no front clip. Man, getting through turn one, beating and banging back here in the back. The 88 of Chris Whitaker and the 08 of Glenn Grimm. Throwing blows into turn number one. Tyler Gentry, Brandy Henshaw begin to try to close in on that number 7. Ooh, Jim Ott all over the tail end of the 12. Meanwhile, up at the front, the gap is beginning to dissipate as we've got one more lap to go here before the end of stage number 1. The 43 of Ryan Farrell up 11 positions from where he started tonight outside of your top 10. Farrell all the way to the front leading this field. Patrick Gaspar, your pole sitter, closing back in. I know the timing and scoring says 2 seconds, but look at the gap right there. That is very close. And at these road courses, 2 seconds, that's nothing. You can easily give that time up in one blown corner. One blown corner here at Circuit of the Americas, and you can find yourself losing 3, 4 seconds, 5, 10 seconds, depending on where you are on the track and when the trouble happens. But it does look like Ryan Farrell will be able to continue this run here in stage number 1, cross the line, and bring it into the first stage here tonight as your stage winner. We'll wait to see how Farrell goes here. Final few corners, he'll come up the front stretch. Oh, the 22 with some trouble. Chad Hitchcock sideways on the front stretch. What a run so far here tonight. Ryan Farrell going to cross the line. We'll begin our final lap here in stage number 1. And whoa! Gaspar with big trouble, all but stopped in turn 1. And Farrell will scoot away. That battle is no more. He's just going to be smooth the rest of the way around this track. And Tyler Brown will take the stage win. Race control calling stage number 1. Tyler Brown with some issues. He'll finish outside of the top 5 here in this first stage, but the man at the front walking away with the stage 1 win. Right there, driver from Linwood, New Jersey, getting the job done on the road course here tonight. Ryan Farrell takes the stage win. Job well done, my man. He's going to walk away with a little bit more bonus points here tonight. And drivers will begin to close back in on the front of the field, and the pits will open. Pretty sure all of the drivers are going to come to pit road. Everybody's going to get those fresh tires. Drivers starting with 5 sets of tires in the pits here tonight. So more than enough tires to get you to the end. Looks like we'll see drivers make a stop now. We'll have to see how the strategy plays for these guys and whether or not they stop at the end of stage number 2, or if they set themselves up for just a 2-stop race altogether. A lot to sort out, a lot to figure out here as drivers wait on the pace truck here from Circuit of the Americas, a long way around this track. And the field will begin to bunch themselves on up. Pit road will be open. We're going to step away for our brief commercial break, pay a few of the bills. You know how that goes. So with that being said, don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back live from Circuit of the Americas.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Back live trackside once again. Pace car lights are off, and we're ready to go back. Green flag racing this time by Ryan Farrell, taking the win in stage number 1. He will be the control car first driver off of pit road. 60 of Nick Cannon will line up just to his outside. Nicholas Pressey and Tommy Schaefer. Tyler Brown round out your top 5. John Freeman, Adam Wood, Tyler Gentry, Jaden Gimble, and Matthew Montgomery round out your top 10. Spencer Boyd still on the verge of cracking into the top 10. The 21 machine sits, now scored in 10th, but I do believe he is actually 11th. Just a little miscue there on the timing and scoring. Getting ready to go back. Green flag racing right here in the Pinkett Ford .org Cup Series. Pace car will duck off here in just a few moments. What happened to your pole sitter? Where did he go? The 86 of Patrick Gaspar, way deep in the field here. Gaspar all the way back outside of the top 15. He will restart in 16th position. Big task ahead of that 86 if he's going to want to get himself back up through this field as drivers begin to make their way through the final few corners and head to the restart box. We'll get ready to fire things off once again here at the Circuit of the Americas. We'll go ahead and throw the timing and scoring up there to the left-hand side of your screen. You're watching the COTA-34 right here with the Pinkett Ford Cup Series, brought to you by the International Virtual Racing League. Only 25 laps left in tonight's race. Drivers have got to get the job done very quickly. Short stage here in stage number 2. We're only going to have ourselves about, looks to be about 14 laps here. Well, I apologize. Only about 7 or 8 laps, I do believe, before we see the second caution flag fly to end stage number 2. Big spin on the tires. Big wiggle out of that 60 of Nick Cannon. They head to the front. Oh, my gosh. 3 wide into turn 1. That's not going to work. Drivers going wide. Big trouble back through the field. Everybody shakes out. Everybody. Whoa, there you go. Charles Urick goes around. Urick with trouble. Urick's around sideways on the track. More drivers with trouble. Chris Whitaker goes around the 88, has some trouble. Chad Hitchcock, Jason Ayrson also with some issues here on the restart. Tommy Schaefer, Tyler Gentry, all with trouble. We'll jump around the track just a little bit here. Going to stay with the 42 for just a moment. Tyler Brown just in front of him. The 86 of Patrick Gaspar, your pole sitter, right behind him. Now running in that 7th position. And just how quick did Gaspar make some moves? He was outside of the top 15. And now, whoa, Spencer Boyd into the Armco barrier. Oh, back across the track. That could be bad. No more contact made. They're very close moments for Jason Ayrson and Donald Bennett as Spencer Boyd made contact with the inside guardrail. Back across the track right in front of a handful of drivers. The 08 of Glenn Grime right there trying to run down Charles Urich. Urich had an issue into turn number 1. He gets it corrected and begins to head back up through the field. Matthew Baker, Randy Henshaw going at it as well. Meanwhile, up at the front of this field, Ryan Farrell continues to lead. Nick Cannon and Nicholas Presley round out your top 3 podium drivers. Whoa, big moment there. I believe that may have been Donald Bennett, super wide through the corner. I believe that may have been the 6 of Matthew Montgomery that had a little bit of issues. And Patrick Gaspar, more trouble once again. Gaspar with trouble. Let's check the replay real fast. We'll get back to the live action at the front of the field. There you can see Gaspar on those rumble strips. The car just comes out from under him as he's trying to set it through those. Whoa, boy. Set it through those S's. We'll jump back live once again at the front with Ryan Farrell. He's got company. There's the 22 of Chad Hitchcock listed 1 lap down here tonight. Hitchcock with trouble. And he'll fall back off the lead lap. If you remember that 22 got the wave around, got himself back on the lead lap. Unfortunately, already falling back off the lead lap. Matthew Montgomery on the pit road with trouble here tonight. Donald Bennett, last driver out there on the track in the running order on the lead lap. We'll throw the timing and scoring back up for you. We'll also get that track map to the right-hand side of your screen. Let you follow along just like we do. Find out where all your drivers all are, and look at the big group of cars right there. Matthew Baker, Charles Van Schnick, Randy Henshaw, Glenn Grimes, Spencer Boyd, Donald Bennett, all packed up, running with each other. You can include Jim Ott and Tyler Gentry in that mix if you want. Let's go back to that battle. 4 or 5 cars all right here, pretty much under a blanket. There's the 7 of Tyler Gentry trying to get away from the Auto Owners Insurance number 4 of Jim Ott. Not going to go well for that. Ott loses a little bit of ground up over the crest of the hill. The NBG Motorsports machine trying to keep himself in front of Jim Ott and run down Tommy Schaefer. There you can see that 29 making his way into the corner. And I think it's going to be a matter of who makes the least amount of mistakes. I know that sounds pretty obvious, but at a road course, every little mistake is compounded by how large the track is. You can lose a lot of time in the slow sections of the track. A lot of people think you give up the time in those faster sections by not being able to get up out of those corners before these long straightaways here at Circuit of the Americas, but it's those slow portions that you can really kill yourself on the lap time. There you can see Tyler Gentry with some trouble, and Jim Ott jumped at the chance, jumped on the opportunity, and Ott moves his way up into a top 10 as Spencer Boyd and Tommy Schaefer have trouble. There you can see Tommy Schaefer with trouble, gets it corrected and heading back in the right direction, but he'll lose a handful of positions now. And again, Patrick Gaspar with trouble. One of your road course aces continues to stumble, continues to trip over his own toes. Not an easy tiptoe through the tulips night here tonight for your road course ringer. Patrick Gaspar continues to struggle, continues to have trouble after looking like he was going to be the dominant car here tonight in race number 6. And 45, he gasses it up a little too soon. And he goes around the Monster Energy 45 Toyota Camry, going to lose a little bit of ground, and Adam Wood drops to 9th. Gaspar back to the 6th position, knocking on the door of a top 5 once again. Just off in front of him, you can find Tyler Brown and John Freeman going at it. Those two drivers have been nose to tail with each other since the drop of the green flag for the restart. Matthew Baker with some trouble. The 26 machine falls a little bit further behind in this running order, now sitting in 17th. Tough little break here for a handful of drivers, but look at the lead for this man who has just been clean and consistent at the front of this field. Ryan Farrell keeping it on the asphalt, not having any issues getting on the gas coming up out of these corners. You don't see a lot of wiggle out of the tail end. And look for this 43 to just bring this one home to the end of stage number 2 and walk away with not just 1 but 2 stage wins here tonight from Circuit of the Americas, race number 6 in the Pinkett Ford Cup Series. A 6-second race advantage at times for Ryan Farrell. It is smooth sailing from here for him. He's not going to have to worry about very much. Nick Cannon sitting, as we said, just about 6 seconds back. Let's go back, take a look at this 60 machine. He's going to have company very shortly, and a newcomer in the podium positions right behind Nick Cannon. We'll go ahead and throw some of this driver information up for you as we get closer to the halfway point here tonight. Nick Cannon running in that 2nd spot, and the man trying to run him down sitting in 3rd. The 94 machine, the man from New York City, Nicholas Pressey, pressing the issue, trying to run down Nick Cannon, who was just off in front of him. Pressey rounds out your podium here tonight at Circuit of the Americas. Driver running back in that 4th position will look inside the cockpit right along with Tyler Brown as he makes his way around this massive, beautiful, winding road course here in Austin, Texas, Circuit of the Americas, and running back in the 5th position for the time being. This is a close, hot and heavy battle out of Newport News, Virginia. John Freeman was in that 5th position, and here comes Patrick Gaspar just to his outside. And Gaspar going to take that 5th spot away for just a moment down into the braking section of the course. 42 gets the advantage for a moment. The 86 going to look to the inside. The HMG Innovations 86 of Patrick Gaspar going to make the move and going to make the pass, and it looks like we've got an in-state battle going on here very soon. The New Jersey natives running near the front. Will Patrick Gaspar be able to make his way back to the front of this field with just 20 laps to go when we cross the line this time by? Gaspar is running out of time. We'll take a look back at the driver who's, well, we already mentioned him right here out of Newport News, Virginia. Your biggest mover of the race so far here. Running in the 6th position, John Freeman started back in the 20th position. He is now up to 6th, was inside the top 5. Great turn around in tonight's race for the 42 Chevy ZL1 Camaro, piloted by John Freeman, knocking on the door of a top 5. That's going to do it for your mid-race report and driver rundown here tonight from Circuit of the Americas. Not a lot changing at the front. You got to be a lot closer if you're going to have any type of battle with Ryan Farrell. Nick Cannon now 7.5 seconds back behind Farrell, with Pressey losing a little bit of ground, but still within 1 second of Nick Cannon. Tyler Brown, Patrick Gaspar, they're going to begin to go at it. Look at this 3-car battle on your screen. The 00 just in front of Gaspar as he continues to try to get back to the front after snatching the pole here in qualifying tonight. Gaspar able to get by the 00 of Tyler Brown. Now John Freeman locking him up, getting into the corner. He goes deep, and it's a 2-for-1. 2-for-1 pass, but whoa, he's going to give up at least one of those positions back to Patrick Gaspar. Big dive to the entry of the corner, cooking the tires, flat spotted for sure, and Freeman loses one spot. Will he be able to keep that second spot away from Tyler Brown, or will Brown get it back? We'll jump back inside with Tyler Freeman. With John Freeman, I'm sorry, Tyler Brown battling with him now just about a car length behind him. You can see him just back in that rear view mirror. Big run through the corner there for Brown. Ooh, sideways on the brakes, and oh, they go around, they touch, and body slam into the inside guardrail. No good. That is going to spell trouble for that 00 from Tyler Brown, and he's going to lose a massive amount of positions, and that's going to be it for the end of stage number 2. We were caught up watching that 3-car battle for so long, we forgot to mention the end of stage number 2. Ryan Farrell, front of this field, walked away with the stage win for stage 1, walks away with the stage 2 win as well, looking to sweep the stages here tonight in Austin, Texas for the Circuit of the Americas. Race number 6 here with the Pinkett Ford Cup Series. Farrell dominating this field. Was nowhere to be found in qualifying outside of your top 10, and now race pace is at a premium, and the Alpha Pace sponsored 43 machine is absolutely on fire. The New Jersey native, the Jersey Devil. Well, Patrick Gaspar might have something to say about that. Jaden Gimbel might want to say something about that as well, but the Jersey Devil was what we'll call him here tonight. Man, I'm telling you, you better watch Farrell. He is fast and he is flawless here tonight, and he's only going to have about 17 more laps to go here before he can walk away with the checkered flag from the Circuit of the Americas, and I would expect to see that 43 up front. If not, with the checkered flag in hand, definitely a podium finish here tonight. Very smooth, very fast, and the 43 of Farrell will bring the field back behind the pace car. Nick Cannon, Nicholas Pressey going to round out your top 3 with Patrick Gaspar and John Freeman locking out your top 5. Charles Urich with a good run back up through the field. Urich is going to sit in the 6th position. Jaden Gimbel back in 7th. Adam Wood and Tyler Brown. Jim Ott rounds out your top 10 here tonight from Circuit of the Americas. And Spencer Boyd, we mentioned the run up through the field that the 21 machine has been having here tonight. Still hasn't quite cracked into that top 10. He's made his way all the way up to 11th, but just seems to get kind of bogged down, kind of stymied right there in that 11th position, not able to make up any more ground. And as drivers continue to try to catch up to the pace car, we'll have ourselves 18 laps to go, and there's the pace car coming out this time around. Field will come to a crawl, let the pace car back by, and pit road will be open this time around at the end of stage 2, halfway through tonight's race here at Circuit of the Americas. We're going to step away for just a brief commercial break. If you haven't already, scroll down through the description, click the link, and head on over to pinkettford.org and find out about a great organization doing some great things for a great cause, pinkettford.org. Pinkett Ford, providing hope and empowering by enriching the lives of all those affected by breast cancer. It is one of the tax-approved nonprofit organizations, so if you're looking for a little bit of a tax break after your donation, you can get the information you need right there from Pinkett Ford, family owned, operated, and originated, consisting of 4 family members, 3 of which are breast cancer survivors. So they know what it's like. They've been through the trenches. If you're looking for some help, some support, and just some general information about how you can help prevent and stay on top of being aware. Awareness is the biggest key. So if you're looking for some insight, you can head on over to pinkettford.org. And with that being said, race fans, we're going to step away for just another short, brief commercial break. Get ready to pay a handful of more bills. You know how that goes. So don't go anywhere. As drivers make their pit stops, we're going to step away from the track for just a brief moment. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're gonna lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
And back trackside as the pace car lights are off, we're ready to fire things off once again. But as these drivers have about half of the track still to get through, what do you say we throw that championship standings up for you? We haven't mentioned the championship standings yet so far here tonight. Coming in to race number 6, Jaden Kimball with the points lead, 7 points ahead of Tommy Schaefer. Nicholas Pressey sitting 12 points back, 38 and 39 points back is Brendan Key, Randy Henshaw. Patrick Gaspar also 39 points back. He's looking to rebound after Gimbal went to victory lane last week at Atlanta. Gimbal sitting outside the top 5. The previous race winners all within your top 10. So will we see a fresh face or will we get a repeat winner? Ryan Farrell with 1 win to his name. He has been the dominant driver here tonight. Will he get back to victory lane and join Gimbal as a multiple-time winner here in season number 2 for the Pinkett Ford Cup Series? We'll have to wait to see how it all shakes out here tonight from Circuit of the Americas. And drivers, last final words from their crew chief. We're going to have ourselves about a 16-lap run to the end. And we're going to see a checkered flag flying. We're going to see some donuts here. I can assure you the fans have packed the stands for a very good reason. Great road course racing action here tonight from Circuit of the Americas down in Austin, Texas. Great camera shots being provided to you by all of the men and women back at the Turn 3 Racing headquarters. Great camera work. Big shout out and tip of the cap to all of these crews and drivers for allowing us to put these onboard cameras with them as they ride around this beautiful road course here at Circuit of the Americas. And while you've got a moment, while the action is a little bit slow behind the pace car, if you haven't already, race fans, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love, and as always, drop them that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. And with the pace car down and away, we are ready to get underway once again here from COTA. Back onto the front stretch, here we go on board for the restart with your race leader, Nick Cannon, with a 2-tire stop, and he's on the gas, and green flag flies once again here from COTA. Big run, 2-turn, 1-3. Oh my gosh, look at the big move by the 45. Way deep into the corner. Big trouble. Drivers going around. Gaspar with trouble. My goodness, big stack up into turn number 1, and you can see the 86 of Patrick Gaspar. He caught the brunt of it, and he's got some big problems. He's all the way back in the 8th position now. Hot on the trail of that 60 machine, though, is Nicholas Pressey, the 43 of Ryan Farrell, running in 3rd. How about the big move by Adam Wood on the restart? You've seen him go 3-4 wide, then back to 3 wide into turn 1. Big jump through the running order for that Monster Energy Toyota Camry. Adam Wood now in 4th. Matthew Montgomery a little bit further back in this field, running in 19th, has a little off-track excursion. Montgomery continues to struggle here tonight, and that's been a common theme for a lot of drivers. And whoa, one goes around. Charles Urich going around. Matthew Baker has an issue, as well as Glenn Grime. It's a who's who having trouble out there tonight. Oh, on the brakes, hard into the corner is the 94 of Pressey. Pressey hard on the brakes getting into the corner. He cannot afford to lock those tires up because he's got a fast, smooth Ryan Farrell in his 43 machine right behind him, protecting that inside lane through this double left-hand corner. Nice corner exit there for Nicholas Pressey. He's going to keep Ryan Farrell right behind him. We're going to jump around the field just a little bit. Back to the 81 of Jaden Gimbal, last week's race winner at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and Gimbal now starts to make his way back towards the front. And although you can knock him down, but you cannot keep him down. Patrick Gaspar, after getting turned in turn 1 on the restart, falling back outside of the top 5, back to almost that 10th position. Whoa, big trouble there. Big lockups by multiple drivers. Spencer Boyd with some trouble. Boyd gonna fall back out of the top 10, back into the 11th position, 13th now, as the 23 machine makes his way by. But as we were saying there before that trouble and calamity in turn 1, Gaspar continues to fight back each and every time, and now he finds himself back inside of your top 5. Spencer Boyd and Chad Hitchcock have some trouble. Boyd and Hitchcock fall back to 14th and 15th now on the racetrack with 15 laps to go. And Patrick Gaspar around again on the front stretch. Oh my gosh. Whoa, running wide. Big move there. Huge miss in corner 1. Tyler Brown runs way wide. He'll give up 2 positions. John Freeman and Randy Hinshaw both go by the 12 machine, capitalizing on the mistake by Tyler Brown, running wide in turn 1. And we'll jump back to the front because we've still got this 3 to 4 car battle raging on for the top position in the running order here. 60 of Nick Cannon still showing the way. Nicholas Pressey back in second with Ryan Farrell rounding out your podium drivers here tonight in the Pinkhead Ford Cup Series. And you know, I got to give a shout out to the guy driving that 60 machine, Nick Cannon. If you don't know, you're gonna find out. Crunchyroll sponsoring that Chevy Z01 Camaro. Crunchyroll, one of those streaming services, and if you're a fan of anime, you gotta know about Crunchyroll. If you don't, you know now. It is absolutely, hands down, the best spot for anime on the internet. Crunchyroll is a plethora. It's an anime oasis. And a big shout out to Nick Cannon with the sponsor on the car. Love it. And a great move by Ryan Farrell. Farrell able to take that second position away from Nicholas Pressey. Pressey has been smooth here since the drop of the green flag for this final restart of tonight's race. But just not smooth enough. Ryan Farrell now has just one driver in his windshield, and he is looking to run him down and looking to take back that race lead. As we look through this field, what do you say we go back to this battle? We'll get back to the front of the field if the battle gets any closer between those 3 drivers at the front of the field. Hot and heavy action right here with Jim Ott, Jaden Gimbel, John Freeman. Tyler Brown's in the mix, and how about Patrick Gaspar? Once again, Gaspar, after another spin, has re-cracked the top 10, and he's got a handful of positions right in front of him. Look for him to try to capitalize in a handful of these corners and pick up a handful of positions and move himself back to a top 5 position. As the 42 and the 02 fight, in the 00 fight, whoa, big trouble back. Man, there's Randy Hinshaw with some trouble. Hinshaw goes around. There's stuff happening all over. It's almost too fast and too much to keep up with. Tons of drivers out here with issues here tonight. Close racing action between Freeman, Brown, and Gaspar. 29 of Tommy Schaefer had a good run going in stage number 1. He has since struggled here tonight, and we are 3 wide going into the final corner, and the 00 goes across Patrick Gaspar's nose. And around he goes. John Freeman with some trouble coming out of that final corner. He'll line up the tires, and Gaspar scoots away. Back at the front, here it is. Battle for the race. Oh boy, in trouble for the first time. And now Nick Cannon off track and losing a ton of ground. Right back to the front once again, looking to finish off a dominating performance and sweep all the stages here tonight. The 43 of Ryan Farrell running in first, with Nicholas Pressey back to second. The 44 of Jason Harrison looks like he's got some trouble. Harrison goes around. And a great pass on the inside, setting up that inside. Whoa! And Ryan Farrell back on the gas. He'll get super loose and out of shape, and he's going to give up a ton of time here. Lose not 1, 2, but 3 positions, as now Nick Cannon goes back by. Just when you think it's safe, you better not bat an eye. We've got a new race leader at the front of this field in the Pinkett Ford Cup Series, brought to you by IVRL, the International Virtual Racing League, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Nicholas Pressey leads this field for the first time. Adam Wood and the Monster Energy number 45 machine right behind him. Nick Cannon back to third. Jim Hunt has another off-track excursion here tonight, and we're going to run down some of those off-track runs by multiple drivers here. We're going to check in with the timing and scoring and take a look. Ryan Farrell and Jim Hunt, 2 of the cleanest drivers out there in the field here tonight. Only 8 off-track moments through tonight's race. They are the only 2 drivers with single-digit off-track excursions. The rest of this entire field has been off-track at least 10 or more times. We're not going to get into numbers because they do not matter. Road course racing, if you go over the rumble strip just a little bit too much, it's going to give you one of those off-track indicators. However, it still speaks volumes to the smoothness of these drivers with less than double-digit numbers. Ryan Farrell led a vast majority of tonight's race, and he was very clean, very smooth at the front of this field. And Jim Hunt, although he hasn't shown blistering pace, he has shown consistency. Lap times coming in time and time again, lap after lap, right there on top of each other. So he's not giving up a lot of time. He's just being very methodical about keeping it between the grass. And Jim Hunt, close to knocking on the door of a top 5 once again here tonight. The Auto Owners Insurance number 4 runs in 7th. 12 laps to go, 11 when we cross the line this time around. We're going to jump around the field just a little bit there. You can see that Auto Owners Insurance machine make his way off into the distance. Randy Henshaw right here in the 12 machine trying to run down Matthew Baker for the 10th spot. 23 Toyota Camry right there in line with Charles Urich in the 76 Ford Mustang. Right behind him, the Fallout Ford looking to the inside. This could, and contact, a little bit of contact between the 23 and the 76. That's going to put both of them out of the mix for this position. They'll lose a ton of time, and now as Schaefer having trouble getting the tail end of the car to hook up. Man, I'm telling you, there is a ton of racing action all over, and we've got drivers to pit road. Patrick Gaspar comes to pit road with 10 laps to go. I apologize, 11 laps to go. Gaspar to pit road. Chad Hitchcock also to pit road. Matthew Baker to pit road. Tyler Brown's going to bring the 00 down to pit road as well. How long will the drivers at the front of the field stay out? How long will this battle rage on? John Freeman, Jim Ott going at it. The 29 of Tommy Schaefer looking to recover after an early spin in stage one. He's just been kind of mired and stuck back in traffic. Now running inside of the top 10. The 29 of Schaefer looking to the inside. Not quite going to have the move by the time they make that left-hand turn. And as we close in on the final 10 laps of tonight's race here at Circuit of the Americas, we'll go ahead and bring that track map back up for you once again. You can see about 3/4 of this track covered with cars here tonight. They are all over this 3.3 mile track. Well, 3.34, you know, thereabouts. And notice just how clean that Ford machine is. A little bit of damage on that right rear bumper, but all in all, that Ford machine very clean here tonight. Doesn't look like he's had very much contact with much of anything at all out there tonight. And then you take a look back at some of these other drivers. A lot of damage here. 76 Fallout Ford Mustang of Charles Urick. No front clip. And just struggling. That is definitely affecting the downforce. Definitely affecting the handling on that Mustang. And Urick gonna drop from the top 10. He'll be running in 11th now. Patrick Gaspar, who was your pole sitter, who was miles above the field in qualifying, over 3 seconds in front in qualifying. Gaspar has not been able to translate it to race pace, or consistent race pace, I should say. He's had fast times, he's had fast laps, he's been at the front, but mistakes made, and Gaspar finds himself outside of the top 10 as we cross the line to begin. 10 laps to go. Lap number 24 now underway here in the Pinkett Ford Cup Series. Pressey, Wood, Gimbel, Freeman, Farrell all out on the track. Farrell, first driver in the running order with fresh tires, came to pit road last time around. The 43 and the 60 of Nick Cannon looking to head back towards the front. You can see him over 35 seconds back, but looking at the pit road delta, the time it's going to take you to get down pit road, get your service and tires, and back up to speed is right around a 44-second stop. So you do the math. It looks like Farrell and Cannon should be able to leapfrog the drivers that run in front of them when they come down pit road to make their final stop of the race here tonight. Because road course racing, much different in the fuel saving department. As you watch the 00 take the position away from Donald Bennett. An uneventful night here tonight for that 31 turn 3 machine of Donald Bennett. He's had trouble multiple times, has found himself struggling here at the road course, continuing to fight his way through the race here tonight. Bennett still sits on the lead lap, running in 15th. And as drivers will be making a green flag pit stop, look for Bennett to head to pit road. Race leader Nicholas Pressey gives up the top spot to Adam Wood to come to pit road to get those tires. But as we were alluding to, race fans, Ryan Farrell, Nick Cannon already down to pit road for their final stop of the night. And with the pit road delta being right around 43 to 44 seconds and only a 30-second gap to the race leader, look for Ryan Farrell and Nick Cannon to be able to leapfrog a handful of these drivers and not going to be able to do it. Wow, that is, whoa, big moment there for Patrick Gaspar, and guess where it is? Turn number 1 once again. That seems to be the nemesis here tonight. The arch enemy of Patrick Gaspar strikes again. Adam Wood at the front of the field, yet to hit pit road for his final stop of the race. Nicholas Pressey was able to pit from the race lead and keep himself out in front of Ryan Farrell. Right around a 2-second gap from Pressey to Farrell. So I wonder just how important these fresh tires are. Is there anybody willing to risk it for the race win? Big moment there for Cannon. Big moment for the 60 of Nick Cannon. You can see the car get all sorts of tail happy. A little bit of a tank slap going on there. Charles Urich closes in. Urich running in that 7th position, but yet to make his final stop of the night. Looking for some battles, What do you say we go right here? A battle for what will eventually be the race lead. Nicholas Pressey loses some ground, and Ryan Farrell gonna take the run and put himself into the 4th position. The 81 of Jaden Gimble comes to pit road this time around. Can Gimble get himself back out before Pressey and Cannon make their way by? Ryan Farrell leading the charge, trying to run down these drivers at the front, sitting just 27 seconds back behind Adam Wood now. Man, look at those front rotors grow. A lot of front brake in these machines, blowing them up in the uphill. Very slow, almost switchback corner here. Turn number 1, pretty tricky at the Circuit of the Americas, and just look how smooth. Road Course Clinic here tonight. If you didn't have them on your list, you better have them on it now. Ryan Farrell is just lights out here tonight. He's got some damage after contact with the self-spin, but Farrell has been on point all night long. Just lap after lap, consistent. And he has got a ton of pace in that 43 machine here tonight. A little bit of house cleaning as we close in on 7 laps to go this time around. We started tonight's race with 24 drivers. We have still got 18 drivers left out there on the track. Mark Snyder, Ryan Hinshaw scored out of tonight's race. Spencer Boyd, Chris Whitaker also with trouble here tonight. Handful of drivers fixing some damage down onto pit road. We are down to just 17 left on the lead lap. Donald Bennett, the driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, listed as the last driver on the lead lap, up 6 positions from where he started, but still outside of the top 15. Bennett looks to find a way to gain a few seconds here and make his way back into a top 15 position. And Adam Wood will pit from the front of the field. Wood will give up that top spot. Now the 45 Monster Energy machine makes his way into the pit box. Right sides have already been up, left sides go in the air this time, and down and away he begins to roll. But it's not going to be soon enough there. You can see Ryan Farrell and Nicholas Pressey both making their way by the Monster Energy 45. Adam Wood will rejoin the track, and he will rejoin back and forth. Big moment there for the 94 Pressey. Did you see how far he blew that corner? Missed the corner so much, almost into the outside wall there in turn number 1. Somehow keeping it in front of the 45, and Adam Wood now going to pounce over that sausage curb, and that's not something you want to do. Nicholas Pressey gonna fall Yet another spot and outside of a podium finish. Now Pressey sits in fourth. Jaws theme music has been cued. Ryan Farrell beginning to close back in on your race leader, John Freeman. Freeman has yet to make his final stop of the race. When will he head to pit road? Will he even head to pit road? 12-second advantage. You might want to try to stretch this thing on out instead of coming to pit road and definitely losing that race lead. Definitely going to give up a handful of positions. Why not try it? I mean, you got to throw caution to the wind at some point. You got to do something different. And right now, doing something different indeed. John Freeman runs at the front of the field, up 19 spots here tonight. He is your biggest mover of the race. And Freeman from 20th to 1st and on the pit road, he will give up the top spot. And as Donald Bennett fell off of the lead lap, he's going to find himself right back on the lead lap and fighting to stay there, because here comes the 43 of Ryan Farrell. Farrell going to look to the inside with 6 laps to go. Race lead back in the hands of that 43 machine, and well, no fight into turn 1. Donald Bennett with the blue flags. Respectful road course racing right there. Bennett moves and gives the 43 the preferred line into the corner, and he's going to look to set his sights on the 22 who has, oh my gosh, right in front of your race leader. Big moment there for the 22 of Chad Hitchcock, and he hits another sausage curb and goes bouncing again. Those are not designed jumps in the course. Those are meant to keep you on track and away from running wide. And unfortunately, it looked like a handful of drivers having some troubles with those sausage curbs here at Circuit of the Americas and having some trouble. But the man at the front of the field, no trouble at all. Smooth sailing with an 11, make that 12-second advantage. Ryan Farrell looks to sweep the day here at Circuit of the Americas in race number 6 for the Pink Kid Ford Cup Series. Not a lot of battles to really speak of. We'll go back to one of the only battles, and it is a big-time battle. The 5 drivers all running with each other. Jaden Gibble, Nick Cannon, John Freeman, Adam Wood, Tommy Schaefer, all over each other, all jockeying for position, all looking to grab 4th all the way back through about 7th or so. You see Jaden Gibble right there in that 81 machine. He's able to get away from the field, begin to stretch his legs just a little bit. John Freeman struggling to get the power down. Freeman still got the 45 of Adam Wood tucked in line right behind him. Wood with 1 lap older tires than Freeman should be at somewhat of a disadvantage, but yet Freeman able to keep himself in front, able to keep himself out of harm's way as the 45 now begins to falter, and Nick Cannon looks to pounce Tommy Schaefer right there in line. Well, when Schaefer with some trouble coming out of turn 1 over the crest of the hill, he gets a little sideways, goes around, gives up a ton of time and a ton of ground, and he'll have Jim Hunt, the auto owners insurance number 4, beginning to close in. Jim Hunt running in that 9th position. Tommy Schaefer loses ground and back to 8th. Not much to say at the front of the field. Your race leader continues to step away. Dominating performance here tonight Fastest lap of the race, backed up with the stage 1 win, with the stage 2 win as well. Ryan Farrell has been the man of the race here tonight from COTA. If there was a driver of the day, I think the votes would be in for that 43 of Ryan Farrell, up 11 positions here tonight. But a big time shout out to the driver running in second here, the 94 of Nicholas Pressey in his fast forward Mustang, up 14 positions to the second spot. Led a handful of laps, but unfortunately not able to keep pace with Ryan Farrell, and Pressey has lost some ground. Donald Bennett with another off-track excursion. Chad Hitchcock also joining him off track. And again, not to just keep saying it, not to rub it in, but Ryan Farrell is just lights out, man. I'm telling you, over 12-second race advantage for Farrell. As now look at the battle for second, heating up into turn 1. Will it be trouble and calamity once again for that 86 machine? Your pole sitter Patrick Gaspar begins to close in on Pressey. And we're going to have ourselves a battle for second here with 4 laps to go. Thanks for joining us here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you're just having an opportunity to come in and join tonight's race, we have 4 laps remaining here at the Circuit of America's race number 6 for the Pinkett Ford Cup Series, brought to you by the International Virtual Racing League. Drivers have been added back and forth for the first time on a road course here in season number 2. Your pole sitter, Patrick Gaspar, you can see him running in third there. No rear deck lid. You can see the fuel cell on that thing with no diffuser on the back of that Chevy ZL1 Camaro. Look for the handling to go away just a little bit. Ryan Farrell, who came from the back, qualified outside of the top 10, has been dominating here tonight, walking away with the win in stage 1, walking away with the win in stage 2, and he is walking away looking to ride off in the sunset with his second checkered flag of the season. And now Patrick Gaspar able to make that pass and able to keep it this time. He'll look to walk away from Nicholas Pressey, but I don't think Gaspar has got the time to run down Farrell at the front. And with 3 laps to go this time by here from Circuit of the Americas in the Pinkett Ford Cup Series, I want to give another big time shout out to our title sponsor this season, Pinkett Ford. Pinkett Ford, providing hope and empowerment by enriching the lives of all those affected by breast cancer. You can scroll down in the description, find a link to get directly to their website. Find some great, invaluable information, help and support by a great ran organization, family oriented and founded is pinkettford.org. Head on over there, head down in the description and click the link. It is a non-profit organization, so you are able to catch any type of tax break for any type of donation that you may be considering giving. Head on over to pinkettford.org. Final night to grab your Turn 3 racing gear. That's right, the pre-order merchandise sale goes out the window tonight at midnight, so if you haven't got yours yet, get yourself hooked up with some hot Turn 3 gear. You can find the information down in the description, as well the t-shirts as well as the hats, backed by popular demand. But for a limited time, don't miss out. Click the link in the description. Tell us which colors you want. Give us your sizes, and well, you can enjoy looking good and looking fast inside of your sim rig with the Turn 3 racing gear. That's right. Head on down in the description. Click the link. You know you want to. We've got some great gear, great hats. As a matter of fact, I've got on the navy blue Turn 3 shirt right now. My white Turn 3 racing hat sitting right beside me here in the production booth. Don't want to get that crispy, clean, white dirty. So if you want to be one of the many members representing Turn 3, head on down in the description, click the link, head on over, pick your colors and sizes out, and we'll get you hooked up. Ryan Farrell, your race leader, seen popsicle sticks on display last time around. Farrell, just 2 laps to go here from COTA. What a great race here tonight from Circuit of the Americas. A big, tough technical track here for not just these drivers, but even the big boys. On Sundays, you've seen a lot of issues and some troubles out on track. Circuit of the America, one of those designed road courses for Formula One. That's right, you heard me right. It's designed, developed for a high downforce machine. And although these Cup cars do have quite a bit of downforce, the heavy 10 tops, as they call them across the pond, just don't quite have that sticking power that those Formula One open-wheel machines do around this track. So already a tough technical track with the elevation changes and switchback corners, but also you're dealing with a much heavier car, dealing with much bigger brakes, bigger braking zones, longer acceleration periods, and able to get the job done pretty much flawlessly here tonight is Ryan Farrell, who begins to make his way around the final few corners. Just 2 more corners to go, and we will see that white flag fly here tonight in race number 6 at Circuit of the Americas. You're watching the Pinkett Ford Cup Series. Back down and into the final corner here tonight. Ryan Farrell is eyeballing the line. That's right. You got it. White flag flies. Final lap. It's the one to go. Brought to you by Pinkett Ford. But I mean, that's it. That's all she wrote for the race here tonight. This man that we are riding with, Ryan Farrell, has been absolutely lights out. I tell you what, let's see if we can get a picture of the driver inside the cockpit. Let's see if we can look at the man doing work inside his office. Nice and comfy. You can see no big tugs on the wheel there through this chicane portion of the track. Nice and smooth on that wheel, and Ryan Farrell looks to walk away with a win in every single stage, walk away with the checkered flag. He's given up over half of his race lead, but it's not gonna matter. With half a track left, all he's got to do is keep it clean, and he will walk away with his second win on the season. And talk about cream rising to the top. We've had 4 different race winners so far this season. One of them being an alternate driver, a fill-in driver, if you will. So out of your regular season runners, your full-time Cup Series drivers, all 3 previous winners are inside of your top 3 podium spots. Ryan Farrell, Patrick Gaspar, your pole sitter, and Jaden Gimble, last week's race winner at Atlanta Motor Speedway, All three run 1, 2, 3 here tonight from Circuit of the Americas, and he's only got 2 final corners to go. Ryan Farrell looks to back his way into a win. Shout out to Alex Bowman. No, I'm just kidding. Ryan Farrell took advantage of the opportunities in front of him and did not look back, and he will cross the line. Checkered flag in hand. Here we go. I don't even know how to answer that question out there. Yeah, I don't know. I doubt it. Yeah, you're gonna have to check with the merchandise department on that one, my man. But how about that? Job well done, burning it down in turn 1, walking away with his second win this season. Ryan Farrell and the 43 crew get the job done here tonight. He walks away with the race lead. My gosh. I mean, does it get any much better than that? Absolutely dominating performance here for the driver out of Linwood, New Jersey. Walking away with the win in stage 1. Walks away with the win in stage 2. And he will park it in victory lane. We'll let him enjoy some post-race celebrating here around the track for the race fans in attendance. And we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break. Get ready for your post-race driver interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And back trackside at the conclusion of the first road course race here in season number 2 for the Pinkett Ford Cup Series, right here from Circuit of the Americas. I tell you what, let's dive right on in. Let's see if we can dial up and have a few words with the driver that walked away with the final spot in the podium here tonight. Let's see if we can dial up the 81 of Jaden Gimble. It's Dave in the booth. Bud, you got a copy?
I got you. How you doing?
I'm doing good, my man. How about you after a solid third place running here tonight?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I like racing the road courses. Not really a road course ringer, but got a lot of practice in this week and had fun with all the RHR guys, and I'm pretty satisfied with where I finished. I think I finished where I thought I was going to, at least, just keeping it consistent. I remember last week telling you that I'm just going to try and keep it consistent at this track, and it panned out. I'm pretty happy with the P3.
Well, I was going to mention our conversation there in the victory lane last week that we had after you won at Atlanta. You said, if my memory serves me right, that you didn't even have the track yet. So from not owning it to owning a podium, you got to say that's a pretty good run.
Yeah, a lot of practice.
Well, it takes a lot of practice to get around this track, and even once you practice, I think practice needs practice, but that's a whole nother story. Jaden, a heck of a run for you and your 81 crew here tonight. So before we let you go and enjoy yet another podium finish here this season, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home?
I want to give a shout out to Pinkett Forward, Securian Financial, also all the guys over in RHR. They put a lot of preparation into this week, and we showed up a little bit. And see you next week, huh?
Oh, absolutely. We'll be waiting to talk to you once again. I'm sure we will. Jaden, again, congratulations on another podium. And until then, my man, keep it safe and keep it fast.
Thank you.
All right, there you have it. Final few words from the driver walking away with third here tonight, rounding out your podium positions. That is the 81 of Jaden Kimball. That'll move us right along in the running order with the driver that walked away from the field here tonight in. And oh my goodness, it looks like we've got a little bit of trouble. Oh, camera's going blank for a second, but nonetheless, let's roll on. Walked away with the pole position here tonight. Patrick Gaspart's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Hey, Patrick, my man. Congratulations on a great podium run, but coming up just a little bit short. What happened?
I just kept tripping over my own feet. I mean, what else can I say? Definitely had the fastest car tonight and too many mistakes. Kept, locking them up, spinning it out, speeding on pit road. I mean, it's every way not to win.
Yeah, off-track moments can really affect the outcomes of these races, can really change the way the dynamics of the car even drive. So was there any one moment that you think may have contributed more so to the issues that you were fighting here tonight?
Probably the first time that I spun it around, because I've been logging laps and haven't done that since probably day one of me practicing. So that really threw me off, and it just took me a little while to kind of figure it out and see what I could do and not do. And towards the end there, I was really catching Ryan there. So, I mean, it's unfortunate, but, got Richmond next week. It's another good track for me, so we'll see what happens.
Well, Patrick, again, not to rub salt in the wounds, a great qualifying effort. You're going to walk away with a little bit in your back pocket for that one. Great finish here tonight, walking away second from the podium. So before we let you go, would you like to give any final shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, shout out to HMG Innovations, Pinkett Forward. I appreciate you coming aboard and, broadcasting for us. Other than that, I guess I'll see you next week.
All right, my man. Well, we won't keep you much longer. Patrick, again, congratulations on the great run here tonight. And we'll see if we can't catch up with you again here in the next few weeks. What do you say?
I think you're going to be talking to me a lot next few weeks.
Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. Patrick Gaspar putting the field on notice. He said he's going to be talking to Dave quite a few times here in the next few weeks. You better be on your game. You better be on point. Patrick Gaspar walks away with the pole position, finishes tonight's race from Circuit of the Americas, the first road course race, in second. And he's letting everybody know he's fast in these upcoming races. You better watch out. Patrick Gaspar parks his 86 machine home in the second position. And that's going to do it for the podium finishers. It's time to now catch up with your two-time race winner, smooth on the track here tonight in that 43 machine. Ryan, it's Dave. You got me?
I got you, Dave.
Man, what a run, man. What a finish for you and your entire crew, walking away with the podium position with first here tonight, capturing your second checkered flag of the season. After qualifying, did you think you had what it took to get to the front and dominate the way that you did?
Yeah, qualifying, it was a little bit of an issue. We got tried to go too hard to the S's and got sideways, and that ruined our lap. But in practice, I knew I had speed. It was just to see how the tires were and how I was conserving them over the run, which I feel like I did a pretty good job. But it was like a little bit of a choppy race. So, yeah, I didn't expect to dominate. I thought I'd be in the top 3 or 4, but I'm really happy. I needed. So I did have one other checkered flag this year, and that's the only other race I finished. So my thing is, I guess if I finish the race, I might end up in a good spot.
So I'm hearing it's checkers or records for the driver out of New Jersey, huh?
Recky Stenhouse Jr., I guess.
Oh man, I love it. That's classic right there. That is awesome. Well, Ryan, you said the race was a little bit choppy. Stage 1, you walked away with the win. Then a short stage 2, and then a much longer finish of the race. How did you feel about restarting back? I believe it was you were in third for the restart in that second stage. Or was that the final stage? One of those stages.
Yeah, so I think I started on the outside of the front row. So, but going into one, that's like basically you might as well start in 5th place. I got roughed up a little bit going up to the top. I tried to stay wide, but still somebody got in to be pretty good. I was a little nervous, but I was kind of in that whole thinking about what the pit cycle was going to look like. I wasn't sure if anybody was going to try to stretch it or do something, maybe no tires and just do fuel. So I had determined that I was just going to run hard, and hopefully that would just be enough for the gap. And by the end, I know Patrick was gaining on me, but I had, grew that lead. So I was pretty happy with that.
Well, you got to be happy with the way that you ran tonight's race. One of the fewest off-track excursions here tonight, so that definitely contributed to the speed and the smoothness here. Walking away with your second win, what can we expect to hear from you in the next few weeks?
So I'm a big short track guy. I think we're going to Richmond next week, so I'm excited to get to a short track. But big dirt guy, so we're going to Bristol. So I'm hoping to. I won a couple races there last year, so I'm hoping to get another win in the new car this year.
Absolutely. Well, again, Ryan, congratulations on your second checkered flag of the season. Before we let you go and celebrate the night away and enjoy this race win, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
I want to thank you guys for putting on the such a great broadcast, and Ping It Forward League and IVRL. They do a great job and give us a place to race and have fun. I want to thank my buddies back at Waffle Belly Motorsports. We're a big dirt group, and they've been telling me, you should run some asphalt. So here I am and having some fun with it. And then my fiance Emily, I want to shout out to her. So my 2 sponsors, I forgot, Alpha Pace Motors and Lyman Racing. I want to thank those guys too. They're big in my RC racing, and I want to make sure to shout out to those guys.
Absolutely. Well, Ryan, again, congratulations on your second win of the season. I'm sure it's not going to be the last, and I'm sure this won't be the last time we talk in these post-race interviews. Until then, my man, keep it safe and keep it fast.
Thanks, Dave. See you next week.
All right, there you have it. Walking away with his second win on the season in that 43 machine. Fast, lap after lap, smooth as chicken lips here tonight from Circuit of the Americas. Ryan Farrell walks away with the checkered flag. And that's going to pretty much do it for us here in the production booth. We're going to begin to wind up the cords and get ready to head on out the door. But first, let's run down your unofficial race results. You could hear the producers hitting those buttons in the background, those familiar sounds beginning to come to life. And you know that means that it is time indeed to run down the race results. Walking away with the top spot here tonight from Circuit of the Americas, the 43 of Ryan Farrell. Patrick Gaspar going to walk away in second with Jaden Gimbel rounding out your podium drivers. John Freeman back in fourth with fifth place belonging to Nicholas Pressey. Adam Wood back in sixth. Nick Cannon parks the 60 home in the seventh position. Jim Ott running in the 8th position with the 12 of Randy Henshaw back in 9th, and rounding out your top 10 here tonight from Circuit of the Americas, Charles Urich. Tyler Brown, Tommy Schaefer, and Matthew Baker back in 13th. 14th here tonight belongs to the 23 Toyota Camry. Matthew Montgomery in 15th with Tyler Gentry back in 16th. 31 machine of Donald Bennett going to walk away from the track here tonight in 17th with the 08 of Glenn Grimm in 18th. 19th from Circuit of the America belongs to Chad Hitchcock with Jason Ayerson rounding out your top 20. The 21 machine of Spencer Boyd finishes in 21st with Chris Whitaker and Ryan Henshaw right behind him. Mark Snyder rounds out your 24 car field for tonight. Big tip of the cap and shout out to the McKinney Racing brothers, Cody and Joey, pulling the race control and admin duties here tonight from Circuit of the Americas. What a run it was for our first road course here this season in the Pinkett Ford Cup Series, brought to you by the International Virtual Racing League right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network in partnership with the HMG Innovations. It's time to roll up the cords, and it is time to head on out. We'll see you back trackside next week, race fans. Don't go anywhere. Go ahead and give these drivers some love and show them some appreciation. Drop them that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Don't forget about checking out PinkettFord.org. You can check them out down in the description. You can also find your links to the pre-order sales for the Turn 3 Racing merchandise. Get it while it's hot, because the sale ends tonight at midnight. Just a few hours left. And until then, until next time, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and we'll meet you in Turn 3.